Well, hello everyone. My name is Germán. I am a chemical engineering student at Universidad Nacional del Sur, and I'm also a process automation co-op at the Dow Chemical Company. And today I'm going to be presenting oximo, which is a ROS library for mathematical optimization modeling. Now, before I talk about what oximo is trying to achieve, I give a little background about the problem that we are trying to solve. So mathematical optimization is about picking decision variables that minimize a certain objective function value. In this case, is f of x and y, subject to a certain amount of constraint, which can be either equalities or inequalities. And this type of problem is present in many different areas, including scheduling, parameter estimation, process and network design, and systems biology, for example. Now, to solve these kind of problems, we use what are known as optimization solvers, and there are many both open source and commercial solvers available, but we just call them solvers. However, talking to the solvers directly is usually a little bit hard and prone to errors, since they do expect a certain API, which is mostly related to matrices rather than the variables and the constraints that I mentioned before. To solve this problem, we use what are known as algebraic modeling languages, or AMLs, that allow you to define your problems in mathematical notation, and then it automatically translates it to each of the solver's API. And there are many AMLs already. For example, in the closed source community, we have GAMS, MPL, and AIMS. And then the open source, it is mostly centered around Julia and Python, with both JUMP and Pyomo. And now there is also oximo, which is the word that I'm presenting here, which is built on top of Rust. Now, for using oximo, I thought that the best idea would be to show a simple example. So this is a toy LP model, a really simple one, where we're trying to maximize the objective function 3x plus 4y, subject to a certain amount of constraints and bounds. Now, if you see on the right, the code is mostly based on macros. So if you are accustomed to Julia and Jump, this will feel really similar. The first thing that we do is we import the prelude from oximo that has all the methods that we need to solve this problem, and then we introduce a solver. In this case, we are using Higgs, which is one of the fastest open source solvers for this type of problems. So we create a new model, and then we define all the variables. All of this is synthetic sugar using macros, and we also allow you to define them using keywords. After that, we define all the constraints, and we can give them a name, which is useful to then get what are known as duals. And finally, we design the objective, which is the one on the left. We can then call the solve method on the Higgs struct, and we can pass options, and we provide different option stacks for all the backends, so it's really easy to define your backend. And then we can query either the objective or all of the variables value really easily. Now for modeling, as I've said, we use macros, so there is a lot of syntactic sugar here that we can parse using token stream. We can define variables as either real, binary, or integer and freeze. We can also pass index sets, so it's really easy to get a lot of the sums that are usually encountered for this type of models, and we can also filter it really easily. We also support nonlinear expressions, and we automatically infer the model type based on the operations that are being done to the variables. For example, and these are all three different examples. In the first example, we can define this as an NLP, assuming that both y and x are reals. The second one is a constraint and it's quadratic, so we define that as a QCP. And then finally, if either x, if x is an integer, then we'll have an NLP because we have a mixed integer nonlinear programming, sorry, because we have also the log function. Now, for solving, we currently have a variety of different backends. There aren't as many as there is in Pyomo or Jump right now, but we support Higgs, Gurobi, Claravel, which is a pure solver, and also Baron, and we provide a bridge to the GAMS solver. So if you have a GAMS license due to your university of your work, you can access all of the solvers using GAMS. And then once you solve your model, you can query the results. We return a solution pools because many of the solvers can actually return more than one solution. And I wanted to go a little bit over about how oximo works under the hood. The end user only has to depend on the oximo crate, which acts as a prelude or an umbrella crate that exports all of the functions and that are being generated using the oximo macros create. We can lower each of the expression in the oximo expression using expression arenas, and then each user can select their backend using feature flags, and then you can also export your models using oximo.io. And then to wrap up this talk, I want to talk about what we have on the roadmap. First of all, we want to support more Solver backends. We currently rely on a series of crates maintained by the different communities. So we'll have to write our own bindings to the solvers. We also want to support automatic differentiation using the standard autodef, which uses enzyme on the backend. This would allow us in turn to add even more backends that require you to pass derivatives. And we also want to support generalized disjunctive programming with automatic reformulation. We also like to improve the integration with polars and also better docs and better examples in general. And finally, I would like to mention the good LP crate, which is maintained by the ROSAR community. It is an algebraic modeling languages, but it only supports LP and mixed integer linear programming models. So, but it's still a really good crate. So if your model is of those types, you can actually look into it. So yeah, that's all. Thank you all for your time and attention, and I'll be happy to answer any questions if there are.